Hi guys, Tail here, and today I'll present to you what I have learned about caring for the environment. The third unit of my Stage 6 science book from Cambridge. First, we need to know what the environmental causes are. When scientists talk about the environment, they mean the natural world. The word environment is used when talking about the effects that humans have on the natural world. Many human activities damage the environment, but they are not the main cause for some. We depend on the environment for trees to make wood, paper, and biomass, water for us to drink and for hydroelectric energy, air to breathe and use for wind energy, the sun for our plants to grow and for solar energy, and minerals for products and fuel. The human activities that damage the environment are air pollution, water pollution, cutting down loads of trees, hunting and poaching various animals, waste filling, and electric overuse. The effects of all these activities are endangered species, animal extinction, unhealthy water and air, habitat destruction, deforestation, and electric pollution. The solutions are recycling, not hunting nor poaching the animals, cutting less trees, renewable energy, taking waste out of the seas, and limiting the amount that factories can pollute the air with. We still need factories, but we don't need them to pollute the air. So, yeah. These are the solutions to the problems mentioned before. My question about the environment was, how can we reduce waste besides recycling? A simple answer would be composting containing chemical waste, autoclaving for wastes that are liquids, and reusing any non-recyclable waste you have. Now let's actually summarize what I have learned from all these parts in the unit together. We have the first actual lesson. For disappearing habitats, I have researched about the Indus River dolphins, an endangered species, and learned that it lives in the Indus River, what a shocker now, and its neighboring rivers, and that these dolphins were caught in fishing nets and their habitats were fragmented by barricades, leading to them being endangered. For deforestation, I have learned that the main cause of deforestation is farming. One of the effects of this thing is soil erosion. Soil erosion being a naturally occurring process after all the trees have died out, and that there are farming techniques that can prevent soil erosion. For waste and solid waste, I just needed to carry out a waste survey for our apartment and had to answer 3 questions related to solid waste. Nothing notable. I have learned many of the things before. It's just taught me the stuff I already knew. Just needed to talk with Dad about the talk partners thing. Just, in which way are they and what sources have they led to the situation, and yeah. I never knew the term biodegradable though. For water pollution, I have learned more about filtering and distilling water, and learned about a new product that cleans polluted water in about a snap. Like that kind of snap. All of which were from that, and all were written out in my notebook. And yes, I have learned more about all this. Now, for air pollution and investigating air quality, I actually ended up doing similar things and learned the same thing, which is the air quality index. This was actually the most interesting thing I have learned so far. But I never knew the term pollutant before this lesson. I didn't even know what a pollutant was. But now that I have learned this from these two lessons, I already thought that carbon dioxide and nitrogen dioxide were, pollutants. I never knew there would be other types, though. Now, climate change. Stop it with these memes. This lesson was actually slightly more opinion-based than the rest, and what I've learned were these greenhouse gases, what kinds of these greenhouse gases, what human activities increase the volume of these greenhouse gases, and what effects could this climate change situation have. Gotta remember what about greenhouse gases, and no, climate change is a process, not a problem. I'll talk about it in another time. So, here we go again. With managing waste and recycling and composting, I learned about waste minimization, energy recovery, composting, and recycling in further detail. I even did some plush mending with my mom. Very useful to reuse our physical stuff. But what about energy? We'll get to it after I tell you that. Wait, mending was actually in reducing and reusing waste, wasn't it? I actually made a cardboard fortress for putting various stuff in. Besides these two things, we went through all the stuff that have packaging, are disposable, and are broken. And no, not literally. While an energy uses an energy sources and renewable energy and saving energy. Now that's the crazy road okay. What I have learned from all these three lessons are that we use energy directly for many things, like boiling or cooking or heating or cooling, or just plain using electricity. How to conserve energy, somehow related to fossil fuels, you can use alternatives to fossil fuels and maybe use less of it. I did not realize that the question was related to fossil fuels though. All the different renewable and non-renewable energy sources, how to save energy, and how lamps can save energy. You know, the three main lamps: incandescent, compact fluorescent, and LED lamps all together. We've got to check what stuff do we have that can be plugged, have batteries, have an engine, or burn something. Then to talk with Dad more about wind turbines and the main three lamps. Dad actually taught me what vertical wind turbines were and showed me the brightest LEDs in the world. And yes, those were actually real things. But not literally, of course. Dad and I just talked. And it was actually a great time spending with Dad for all this. And lastly, protecting habitats. I went to learn about what sorts of conservationists do and why do they do them. Plus, what can I do to help protect habitats? It's simple, actually. Do not litter. If you really want to know about conservationists, they basically help to protect the environment and make it sustainable for human use at the same time. They're not just protecting the animals' habitats. They are making it safe for others to will build upon resources and not harm the environment. Same thing with not littering. I actually did a do not litter poster about this thing. But for now, you can enjoy my other videos and I'll see you later. Bye!